how comes you didn't decide to do the postdoc or the PhD route? How comes you decided after masters it was right for you to go into that area?
Yeah, it's a good question, and it's also a question that I'm confronted with a lot, especially due to I have this food club with where we meet every month, cook some delicious food together with some of my study mates from my year, and there's only one other out of 10 who's not done a PhD, right?
Right.
So it's really the odd one out, so to say. But I think for me personally, it was about deciding where I could spend the duration of a PhD best. And in my case, I had already been doing research in a group where I was working quite independently. I was this was at the Technical University of Denmark under the supervision of Andreas Lausen Kiel, a fantastic professor. And back in those days, his lab was very, very early stage, just like a startup essentially. He was a postdoc at the time I joined him, and he didn't really have the big, fully equipped, well-functioning lab set up. So a lot of the trial and error happenings of my time there, I found out to be quite similar to what I would get out of doing a PhD. Of course, this
Mm.
is not taking anything away from anybody out there having done a PhD. I have
Mm.
the utmost respect for that. But at least what I was looking to get out of that would be doing independent research. And I felt I had already achieved that. So with that in mind, I looked at, okay, then I can spend 3 years doing what I've roughly been doing now, of course, getting more responsibilities and a lot of other opportunities coming out of the PhD. Or because we founded Venomate during my studies, there was the opportunity to go full time in that. And those
Yeah.
two options weren't. It wasn't possible to combine them back at that time. And simultaneously, I had also slowly grown into being a bit more commercial than some of my co-founders back in the day. So for me to basically go full time and take on the chief executive officer hat, so to say, and move into that role, that was at least what at that time was most appealing to me. And to this day, at least, I have still not regretted my choice. So far, it's a good thing.